Welcome back, y'all.
Welcome back. I've missed your faces and voices.
Same.
We're acting as if we haven't seen each other,
Yeah,
but we've seen each other.
We have.
But welcome back to another episode of Money Honeys. I'm Devin.
I'm Freddie.
And I'm Chantel.
And this is the podcast where we talk about securing the bag, or in our cases, lack thereof.
Yeah.
Securing the coin purse.
Yes. Literally. The ebbs and flows of money are real.
They're very real. As you can tell, we are filming here at my house. And we might film at Chantel's house now, or we might film on Zoom. We switched studios in the past kind of year because we wanted to secure the bag even more. How do we feel about that?
My bag is light. My bag is airy.
It's a whipped bag.
It's breezier than I would have hoped. Mama doesn't like feeling light. Mama doesn't like feeling tight and light. We're pressed.
Yeah, we're a little pressed over here. And that's, I feel like, I don't know about y'all, but I feel I was a little hesitant to start the season 2 of Money Honeys because I was like, whoa, we're broke this year.
Yeah, like you would think that, season 2, Money Honeys, we've got our bags under control. We have all this money flowing in. It's actually kind of been the opposite. I've been really just living off my savings for the past 6 months.
Wow, and how's that going? And do you budget based off of what's in the account? How do you budget?
My version of budgeting this past 6 months is just literally trying not to spend anything that I don't have to. Because anytime that I have to transfer money from my savings, I feel like an angel loses its wings.
Yeah. She cries, she sheds a tear.
Yeah.
It
It's not a good feeling. I don't like it. And I've been getting lots of DJ gigs and stuff, but as I mentioned before, it's not super lucrative, especially when you're first starting out. And what my focus has been is just been getting the experience, getting my face out there, getting exposure in a different and new space that people aren't necessarily expecting me. But this year I'm really trying to ramp up and figure out how to make this new line of work for me.
So a time of transition.
Yes.
Time of big transition. How about you, Dev?
Lots of transition. Well, last year I feel like I worked my ass off, y'all. Like from January 1 to December 31st, I feel like I had so many jobs, and what pisses me off is you think that I would be flush. You think that I would be totally fine and ready to go. And actually, I did ask the universe for a break. And she delivered.
Yeah.
She's like, we're going to break you.
Yeah. Did someone say broken?
Did someone say break down? Because I got you.
Yeah, no. It's been I think in general, Q1 has been really light for a lot of creative freelancers because the economy is breaking down. When we are recording this, we are only 5 days out of Silicon Valley Bank, breaking down. And now Credit Suisse is having a little moment. She's having a little breakdown. And it's scary. It's really scary what's going on right now. Y'all, I did a money spell.
Wait, what?
Sure did.
What's this money?
I found
Can
it
you
on
give
TikTok.
me some money? Can you give me some spells and monies? I will take spells and money.
What? Okay, wait, explain.
The algorithm knows me so well. When I was feeling really pressed a couple weeks ago, the TikTok algorithm served me this lovely woman who was like, it's the beginning of the month and it's the perfect time to do a money spell. And I was like, I'm listening.
Consider my interest piqued.
Peaked. And it had to do with I had to put a dime, silver. Silver.
Yeah.
Of course, sure.
Which at this point is the American monetary system actually real silver and gold? Probably not, but whatever. But you have to put cinnamon on a dime and then put it outside of your house, your front door, and then you state an like an intention, and mine was obviously I need money. And then you pick it back up, and then you turn towards your house, and then you blow that cinnamon in your house.
In the door.
In the door.
Oh, wow.
And y'all, I did that the next day. I'm not even kidding. I got a gig. The next day. I was suspicious. I was suspicious this entire time. You're suspicious. I see your face right now.
So many thoughts are going through my head. Like, is this real? And also, I'm going to go home and blow cinnamon off of a dime.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm like, where can I locate a dime?
Which
can
door?
I borrow yours?
Yeah.
Yours seem really good at being a dime.
Yeah, yeah. And it's not like, oh, I'm rich now, but like
opportunity came.
An opportunity came. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I was
I
like,
love
damn.
that.
So I did a silly TikTok thing.
I love that. I actually really love that.
Mm-hmm. If I find the lady in the spell, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Are there
we'll link it.
any words that like need to be spoken with the spell?
There was, but I forgot the incantation or whatever it is. The incantation. I forgot it.
So when you find it, let us know. Because the bitch wants more money.
Yeah. How about you, Chantel? What's been going on in the monetary fiduciary of Chantel?
So I got a gig earlier this month. That was great. That was like lovely people, lovely friends, a lot of returning friends. So very much enjoyed it. But I'm looking in the full-time space. You know?
Wow,
Yeah.
returning.
I'm looking in that full-time space. I just want that stability.
Yeah.
I want that security. And I also so I'm working on like writing my like feature script. I'm working on like writing a short and stuff. And so I also had to just accept the fact that it's like it's not that I dislike writing, but I'm writing out of necessity. Mm-hmm. I'm not writing because it's my passion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really just like, I mentally can't spend that much time writing throughout the week.
Wow.
And so it's like, I need to have another like income while my shit's being written. Because it's like, realistically, I can't write more than like a couple days a week, you know? And it's like, I've done it before. I've like I wrote like the first draft of my feature in 4 days, but it's like, would I want to do that? No. Was I crunching because my wedding was happening in 4 days? Yes. And it burned me out for like a very long time. I'm like, that's just not, it's not my structure. And so I actually feel like I will possibly be more productive / even just getting the same amount done, but also having another job.
Yeah, and getting income simultaneously. Now, how does one... I mean, would you consider yourself a seasoned writer or someone who has experience? Like, how does anyone write a feature in 4 days? I know that this is not the point of the conversation, but I just really quickly.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it's because I had gotten into the second round of the Sundance development track. And most people already like have their feature written when they even first apply, because then when you get the notification that you got into the second round, you have 2 weeks to turn in your updated draft, updated logline, updated synopsis, all that stuff. But I never imagined that I was going to get into the second round, and my script was not written. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta write this. And so it was due on like August 21st, and my wedding was August 19th. And I found out like it was basically like 2 weeks before the 21st that I found out. And so I was like, okay, it has to be done by like the 18th basically, because my wedding's the 19th and I need a day to recuperate, and then I can submit everything on the 21st. But yeah, so I had to like plan it out of like, okay, I'll spend this day doing character development on this character, this day on this one, this day on this one. I had to be like super fucking regimented, and I didn't do anything else. And so basically like my writing, I had to do, I think I maybe got to like 92 pages,
Damn.
And so I had to do that all in like 4 days. Had to do it because of I didn't have it prepared.
Mm-hmm.
The deadline helped.
The deadline helped. And I
Did you have Ashley look over it?
What's that?
Did you have Ashley look over it? Like, how do you know that it's like good?
You don't.
Yeah. That's so, yeah.
That's
you
scary.
just
I
do all the prep you can. And,
yeah, I like didn't have time to be like, shit, is this terrible
Right.
or is this not terrible? And so I'm like, I think that the first half I was actually like really happy with. And the second half, of course, you like just lose steam, and it's also where like all the complications have to pay off, and you know, all the big fights and stuff like that.
So like I said, I saw a TikTok, and it's different, right? Because this guy was writing a novel. So he wrote 3,000 words a day for like 25 days and finished his novel. But his whole message was like, and he was kind of discovering it as the TikTok went on, was like, wait a minute, this was not healthy. You should not do this. And he was like, well, how did I get this done? And then at the end of the TikTok, he was like, I had COVID. I wasn't doing anything else. I was quarantining. So the takeaway is, don't do what I did. You know? Yeah.
And that's what I feel, you know, where it's like I just have to, you know, I'm an overachiever, and so but it's like I have to resign myself to be like, you know what, I actually think the max that I could probably work on this is maybe like 3-4 hours a week, and I just have to know that about myself. And so it's like, it doesn't matter if I literally had 24/7. I think the max I could do is probably just a few hours a week.
But look
Because
at what
I'm not a writer by nature.
Yeah.
Look at what you learned. The value of writing. You know, for you, like if someone wants to hire you to write something, your per hour just went up.
Right. Yeah. And you can do it. Now, is it ideal? Do you want to? Should you? Probably not, but you know that you're capable.
I know that I can.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, feels nice.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I need to do something different, and I need to supplement the income, because it's just like with the type of gigs that I get freelance, like there is no like extra time. Because it's like when you're freelance, they're like, okay, so we own you for this amount
8 weeks
for these days.
Yeah.
And it's just like what it is, you know, like it doesn't matter if it's okay, well, you don't get any weekends off, or you get 1 day off every 2 weeks or something, you know. And so it's just the nature of what it is.
I vacillate on freelance and full time. We've had this conversation before. But it just dawned on me, you know, in The Little Mermaid, where she signs her soul away to Ursula. That's kind of what freelance feels like. It's like 8 weeks, my love, you will belong to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I'm looking more like in the like nonprofit space right now.
That's nice.
Because I don't want to grind for another media company. And so I'm okay not getting that grind money, because you can only expect what you put in.
Yeah.
And I'm unwilling to grind right now. But
Define grind for those of us who may just always be grinding.
Grinding meaning like it feels like the work can never stop because of like pressures that are put on you. Because it's like, yeah, you can always set like work-life balance, boundaries, and all that stuff, but it's like the nature of our work, it's like they're just our job, you know, where it's just going to be like, all right, no, you have to check this. It's 8 p.m. I don't care. This has to get done. This has to get done. Versus just being like, I want to clock in, do good work, make a difference, and I want to clock out. You know?
So not taking it home with you.
Yeah. I don't.
I do my work and I go home.
Yeah.
Like Barbara on Abbott Elementary.
Yes.
Yes. I want to channel that.
Yeah.
You know, every now and then there's an open house, there's a festival.
Yeah.
And we're good with that, but I don't want to be owned.
So you're in an opposite place of where Fred's at, because you're grinding with this DJ stuff right now.
Yes. So I actually do feel you though. Like I would rather grind for myself than grind for a company.
Oh, yeah.
And so while I am exhausted and like thought I was going to lose it yesterday, And that's the thing, because I have thought about looking back into full-time jobs, but I think it's just I'm gonna have to be very choosy, and I'm gonna have to be very specific with exactly what I want, because I'm also unwilling to like grind in that space. The new DJ, party throwing, nightlife space is such a grind on so many different levels, from networking, meeting people, like trying to almost, rebrand myself as someone to take seriously in the music space. And then also just to like the actual work and the preparation that goes into DJing. Like, I know that there are a lot of DJs who are able to just go up and spin and go home, but like I take a lot of time to prepare for my sets, and like I want to feel proud of them, and I want to know that like I want to feel confident like going up there. And also I'm still new. But I'm also like in a DJ class every week now. Like, I'm really trying to take it seriously. And I will say, like, I do think that I may have to like prove myself a little more, because I don't want people thinking that I'm just an influencer turned DJ who thinks that I can just be a DJ because I have a lot of followers.
Is that perception out there?
I think so.
Oh, damn.
And I didn't realize that until I had a chat with a few people, and not like bad chats, but more of just like, make sure you're doing the work. Wow. It was humbling. It's very humbling. But I feel them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
there really aren't many shortcuts
In
in this
DJing.
space.
How do you stay awake? You used to be the person who'd fall asleep first at a party. How the hell are you staying awake, Frederica?
Yes.
Honestly, I have been sleeping later during the week. And as crazy as it feels and as bad as I feel when I do that, I'm realizing that this is just a new lifestyle that I have to get used to. And it's okay if I'm not up at 7 during the week.
Right. No, you can't.
Yeah.
Do you drink at all of them? All the events?
Yeah, I'll do like a drink or two.
Right.
Just to like get the jitters and nerves out, and it is fun. But I don't get wasted or
Every time.
No.
Yeah.
Because it's too many it's too many events. Like, I would then just be drunk every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the vibe when you're trying to be prepared.
Exactly.
And proving yourself.
That would be my downfall.
Yeah.
I think so. Because staying awake is hard after, it's 7 p.m.
Yeah.
I'm in my pajamas.
Yeah.
Okay?
Pajamas.
My pajamas.
Yeah.
And so drinking helps me stay awake.
Yeah.
Even though it's depressant. I don't know. My brain chemistry is off. But so I would be drinking all the time just to stay awake and to get that sugar,
It's actually funny. I think newer DJs drink more than seasoned ones.
Yeah. Makes
A
sense.
lot of DJs that I know who've been doing it for a while don't drink at all anymore during their sets, which is like, I like that approach, because it's also like, like Jasmine Solano, she's like she was at the party that you all came to and did that amazing Rihanna set. She did an hour of Rihanna, you guys. It was really, really good.
So good. On Valentine's Day,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, it was so good. But she doesn't drink during her sets, and she doesn't judge others who do. But she's just like, I'm working, and she's been doing this for like 10 to 15 years. She is
Wow.
like seasoned and like been in the game for a minute. So that's like how she operates. And like, I'm like, okay, like it makes sense totally. It's like, I could definitely find a balance, especially, I think she's probably doing like 5-6 gigs a week.
Wow.
She does the thing, and she manages herself.
Oh, what?
Good
And she
for
manages herself.
her.
Damn.
We love that.
Yeah.
We love that.
Yeah, she's definitely like, and she's also a money, like she's listened to this podcast.
No way.
Yeah,
Hi,
she's a money gal. So she's like really cracked and figured out how to make a nice living in this space by throwing her own events. She actually she does like panels as well with like women DJs to like inspire and lift up other young women who are like interested in the music space. She gets flown all over the place.
Wow.
The
dream.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I'm like, this is very cool. And she's also just one of the nicest people. Like, you wouldn't expect that someone so successful and so on her grind and so well respected would be so kind and sweet. And like, for her birthday, for example, like, she had guest DJs fly from the Virgin Islands to spin at her birthday for free, because she's so well really like respected in the space.
Whoa.
Yeah, like people love her.
People want
to do that for her. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's
so
nice.
I see that for you.
Yeah,
I really do.
I
see that for you.
I do too. Like I see it. I think that it is within reach for me.
Yeah.
Just being able to provide joy to people is like, I feel like something that is giving me a lot of fulfillment, and I want to figure out how to also make money from
Amen.
fulfilling others.
Yeah.
I want to pour into others, and I also would like to be poured into as well.
Yeah.
I do.
And pour it into my bag.
Yeah.
Coins.
Yeah.
Mostly, please. It's really interesting. I feel like, if you zoom out and think about where we were in 2020, when we kind of started this podcast in the ideation phase, like the world was such a different place. And I feel like a lot of our bank accounts were flush and we were getting cool gigs. We were doing lots of different deals, which was awesome.
Yep.
But now with the economy as it is, it's just kind of all petered out. And everyone's feeling this. I feel like it's not just our industry, entertainment. I feel like it's, they're laying people off in tech left and right. They're laying people off in different industries. So it's an interesting time to shift the grind or to slow down the grind and to kind of reassess.
Mm-hmm. And it sucks because it's like things aren't getting less expensive. So that's why I think that 2023 is going to be a modest year for your girl. I'm laying low.
It's the broke season.
We are starting very modest and quite humble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're starting humbled, but I don't think we ever had like an ego
No.
about this stuff.
No. We've always been very like grateful for what we have, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think we too I came to the epiphany that money comes in chapters. So there's going to be chapters in your life where you feel great. I think money comes in chapters, and I think perhaps something that's been giving me a lot of like hope is that right now we may be low, but hopefully it will come back and we'll feel flush again. Because I got myself into a situation where I thought I had a job. Again, this is the perils of freelance. I was hired from December to April for a gig for a tech company to do content for them. And it was going to be sick. It's going to be a lot of money. They were going to pay my rate and then some. So I balled out on Christmas, y'all. Auntie Dev went fucking nuts. I got my niece the top of the line toys, and we paid for all the upgrades and the flights and everything. And then around December 21st, I heard that my project got canned. So I've been living with balances on my credit cards because
You were just going to pay them once you...
Yes. Pay them off. It was the Christmas stuff. And the reason why I was living with balances, thankfully I've started to pay them off recently. And it's funny because I can't talk about the stuff while I'm doing it, but when I'm on the other side of the hill, I can talk about it because I feel like it's shame and whatnot.
Yeah, I get that. It's not, but I get that.
Yeah. But I had money in savings and I had money in my business account, but I wanted to keep those things going because those things bring in income, right? I didn't want to touch the money in my high yield savings account because I was collecting interest on that. I didn't want to touch my business account because I need to pay my editors if I'm going to continue to blah, 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 blah. So it was just like so stressful to see the interest accrue on my credit cards. And I felt dumb and duped because I really thought I was going to have this job.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm in a better place now because I've been just like patchwork quilting, little incomes here and there. But
and you're good at that. I think that it is a skill, even though I'm sure it's not fun and it's like stressful. I think that you are always going to be okay because you are so creative and resourceful with the way that you're able to bring in income. So like you if I was ever in a bind, you would be the first person I would go to.
Oh, thank you.
Honestly.
Thank you.
Not to ask you for money.
Thank you, friend. I'd say no. No, I'm just kidding. No. But thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah.
It's true. You make it work. You're resourceful. You make it work.
I honestly think it's because I'm Polish. And not to get weird about nationality, but think about it. Polish people have been invaded left, right, and center for thousands of years.
Left, right, and center.
So we've had
all on guard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polish, from everywhere. I feel like that's because, I feel like it's because I'm Polish and I know how to lie. Lying's a great way to make money.
I need to learn that a little bit more.
What do you mean?
Like I'm like looking at jobs right now and stuff, and I'm like working on an application for one, and I'm like so bad at hyping myself up. Like I'm really bad at like I'm a good like writer of stuff, but I'm really bad at writing about myself.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at it. Like I'm really bad at having a cover letter that like fully encompasses all the shit that I know how to do, because I'm bad at discerning what stuff is basically like my skill, because we've now all had these skills for so long. They're second nature, but most people don't have our skills.
Yeah.
And so it's like that's the stuff that I need to hype up, but my brain just like can't go there.
That makes sense.
Pretend you're a white man. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Step into your white man alter ego.
Yeah.
And it's even just like making a list of all the things you know how to do, even from just like syncing audio, which we think is like everyone can do, but like it sounds like frivolous to us maybe.
Yeah.
But like it is something that like should be hyped up as a skill. That's like, you know what I mean? Like little stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Knowing how to edit, knowing how to do After Effects, knowing Photoshop, knowing how to produce a podcast, knowing how to work for a presidential campaign, knowing, you know, like all this stuff. And I'm like, if someone lists it out to me, I'm like, oh yeah, that is a lot of stuff that I've done. But it's like, in terms of being like, okay, what have I done? I'm like, well, I've like done these things. And like, in any interview, I always forget to even talk about working on the Biden campaign.
Which is huge.
Literally, right? Like that's what I mean. Where I'm like so bad at, like, I have to like put a Post-it note and be like, talk about these experiences that I've had, because they're impressive, but I'm just like, oh, that's a job that I did.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like the beat structure of a good interview and of a good lie, honestly, is you figure out what's important to them first.
Yeah.
Name drop somebody that they may know. Then you got their attention. Then you let them guide it. And then you're just always looking for avenues to bring it back to your experience. And if you think about going on a date with a man, a white man, that's literally what they're doing.
They name drop. I'm screaming.
They name drop. Then they think about their experience, about how they can, whatever you just said came out of your mouth, how it relates to them. I'm serious. You need to like grow a phantom penis.
I'll grow a phantom pale pink dick.
There it is. That's the name of the episode.
Sorry to anyone with pale pink dicks. They deserve love too.
Money Honeys, how to grow a phantom pale pink dick. Honestly.
Why not?
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start with the
you're
name
right.
drop, or start
right.
start with the name drop. Figure out what they need, name drop. Listen to what they have to say only a little bit.
Bring it back to you.
Only
Bring it
enough
back
so
to
that
you.
you can interject your own experience. Yeah. Damn. I mean, honestly, that's a really good roadmap. That's a really good way to think about it.
Thank you. I've been on a lot of dates. Well, I think that's a good sign off. This is the broke season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're feeling it, we're here with you. If you're not, good for you. Hope we can meet you on the other side. We will.
We will.
We will.
We'll get through it.
Tell us in the comments below how you've been getting the bag, if you have been getting the bag.
Until next week.
Until next week, y'all. Find us anywhere on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. We're free. And tell your friends. It's Money Honeys. We're back. And we're broke.
Bye.
Bye.